The indoor track and field season is officially underway, and if you are a fast sprinter in college, you have absolutely no choice. You're going to be running the 60-meter dash. But if you are a professional, it's actually pretty controversial, because running fast indoors is a big deal. Sorta, kinda. And I say that because nobody really cares once you get outdoors. For that reason, only real track and field fans can actually tell you the world record time in the 60-meter dash. But everybody knows what it is in the 100. It's 9.58 seconds by you-know-who. So to be real with you, I have absolutely no idea which sprinters will actually show up on the starting line for the World Indoor Championships. It has way less to do with who is fast enough, and much more about who even wants to do it in the first place. But in 2024, Noah Lyles showed up to run indoors because he was on a mission to prove that he was in fact the world's fastest man, at least right now. And up until that moment, people still thought of him as a 200-meter specialist. Not just because he's actually fast in that event, but because they didn't think he had a good start when he does show up in the 100. But after winning the American Championship and getting silver at the World Indoor Meet, he put down a time of 6.43 seconds, which now makes him one of the 10 fastest men in world history to ever run the 60-meter dash. And you already know what happened when he got over to the games in Paris, which definitely brings up the question, does indoor track and field actually matter, especially in the 60-meter dash? Because for a while now, people continue to tell me that it doesn't, because the man who beat him at the World Indoor Meet was Christian Coleman. And in case you weren't paying attention, he was not on the starting line to run the 100 in Paris at all, because he didn't qualify out of the Olympic trials, even though he is still a world indoor champion twice now in the 60-meter dash, on top of being the world record holder in that event. When you take a step back and look at just last season in the 60-meter dash, we have two entirely different narratives about what that event actually means. Because for Noah Lyles, you could argue that his development in that event specifically is the primary reason he won the gold when he got to Paris in the 100. But for Christian Coleman, you could argue the opposite, that the time he spent focusing on the 60 likely would have been better served focusing on the 100 exclusively. So the question still remains, does running a fast 60 have any real impact on what you're going to do in the 100? Because remember, what you do in the 100-meter dash is the only thing that casual fans are paying attention to. So the only way that I could figure out how to address this question was to look at every single fast 60-meter dash runner, between Noah Lyles at number 10 on the all-time list, and Christian Coleman, who's clearly sitting at number 1. Because almost nobody really remembers what happened to any of them. If they had 100-meter success, that's all we choose to pay attention to. And if they didn't, we likely wouldn't have paid attention long enough while they were running fast indoors to begin with. So this is a breakdown of the fastest indoor 60-meter dash runners in history. Specifically, what really happened to each of them once they got outdoors. Because unfortunately, if you are a short sprinter at the pro level, the 100-meter dash is the gold standard you will be evaluated by. And if you can't get it done at the games, when the entire world is watching, most casual fans won't remember anything else you did. But excuse me for a moment, because a few years ago, my wife was in a car accident, and working with the insurance company was far from ideal. Had we known about Morgan & Morgan, it could have saved us a lot of trouble to make sure we get the compensation that was owed to us. So before I go any further, I do need to make it clear that this video is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. They make finding a lawyer for your injury case easy, fast, and free. If you're ever injured in an accident and don't know where to start, consider how easy it is to get Morgan & Morgan on your side. They have over 100 offices nationwide and over 800 local lawyers to take care of your case. Submitting a claim for an injury does not have to be a hard process. In 8 clicks or less on your phone, you can submit a claim to Morgan & Morgan. It's as simple as that. Because if you're ever injured in an accident, there's only a few things that you need to do. Make sure you're okay, make sure that you get a police report, make sure that you contact your insurance company, and make sure you get legal representation. With Morgan & Morgan, you can submit a claim without ever having to leave the couch. Remember, just 8 clicks or less and you're done. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at tryforthepeople.com/CoachRob or call 844-263-7798. And of course, the link is in the description below. Just remember, that if you are in an accident or are injured in any way, you should know how to protect your rights. Don't overthink it. Take action to protect your rights. You already know that Noah Lyles is number 10 on the all-time list. He ran 6.43 seconds to do it, and then went outdoors and won the Olympic gold in the 100-meter dash. Because even though it was close at the line, a win is a win. But he is not the only man to record that exact same time. Tim Hardin of America ran 6.43 seconds all the way back in 1999. He would later become the world indoor champion in 2001. But as far as the 100-meter dash goes, there's not a whole lot for me to tell you about, at least on the world stage. He did win one Olympic medal, but that was in 1996, running on the 4x1 relay, while he was fresh out of college, might I add. But his 100-meter PR is 9.92 seconds, so he clearly had enough speed to get a medal outdoors. He just didn't actually pull it off. Yet Trayvon Bromell of America ran 6.42 seconds, and that was in 2023. He's a world indoor champion from 2016, and a two-time Olympian from that year as well as 2021. But his greatest outdoor finish in the 100 is technically a bronze medal at the World Championships in 2022. All that being said, his PR in the 100 is 9.76 seconds. That is tied for the fastest time that anyone has ever recorded in the post-Usain Bolt era. And spoiler alert, the only other man to run that fast from 2017 up until now is also on this list. But Bingchen Su of China also ran 6.42 seconds, and in 2018, he got silver at the World Indoor Championships, behind, of course, Christian Coleman. He doesn't have any medals in the 100, either at the Olympics or the World Championships, but he did make the Olympic final in the 100-meter dash back in 2021, and his PR in that event is still 9.83 seconds. But there is still one more man to run 6.42 seconds exactly. It was Dwayne Chambers of Great Britain in 2009, and he actually won the World Indoor Championship 1 year later in 2010. But his only world level medal in the 100 came in 1999, 11 years before. His best in the 100 is 9.97 seconds, but unfortunately, most people know him because he was suspended for reasons that I'm not getting into at the moment. Yet Lamont Marcel Jacobs of Italy ran 6.41 seconds, and that was in 2022. It's the same season that he won the World Indoor Championship, and just 1 year after, he became the Olympic gold medalist in the 100-meter dash, which, let's be honest, is the only thing most people know him for, and apparently is the only thing that matters, because he ran 9.80 seconds exactly, a lifetime best to win that medal. But one more man ran 6.41 seconds as well. It was Andre Caisson, once again of America. That was in 1992, just 1 year after he became the world indoor champion in the 60-meter dash. But the peak of his career for most people was winning the world championship silver medal in the 100-meter dash in 1993. He's gone as fast as 9.92 seconds, and also has 2 relay golds from the world championships, but no Olympic medals to go with him. Which brings me now to number 3 on this list, Ronnie Baker of America, who ran 6.40 seconds in the 60-meter dash in 2018. And that year, he only got the bronze medal at the World Indoor Championships, because 2 men who are on this list were also in that race. In his case, he doesn't have any World Championship or Olympic medals in the 100-meter dash, but he was an Olympic finalist in 2021, and he ran 9.83 seconds, a new PR, in order to get to that final. But when you get to the top 2 names on this list, they're the only ones to ever break the 6'4" barrier. Maurice Green was the world record holder in the 60-meter dash for a whole bunch of years, because he ran 6.39 seconds. That was in 1998, and he became a world indoor champion just a year later. But he has won every single world championship or Olympic gold medal in the 100 from 1997 all the way through to 2001. Still came back in 2004 for another Olympic bronze. That is an impressive resume, which makes it even more ridiculous to consider that Christian Coleman ran 6.34 seconds in the 60-meter dash in 2018. He won a world indoor title that year, his first out of college. But I don't have to tell you everything else he's accomplished in his career. The only thing that matters is just like Trayvon Bromell. He ran 9.76 seconds in the post-Usain Bolt era, the fastest thing we've ever seen since he walked off the track. And the race where he pulled that off was the World Championship final in the 100-meter dash in 2019. So yes, Christian Coleman is legit, though if you actually care to look at the numbers, amongst the 10 fastest men to ever run the 60-meter dash, 9 of those 10 have all made it to an Olympic final in the 100, or have a World Championship medal in that same event, and 3 of them have become Olympic gold medalists. So although most people aren't paying attention to what goes on indoors, if you can run incredibly fast on that track, you are supposed to go outdoors and do it again. You can focus on outdoor exclusively if you want to, but that's just putting all your eggs in that basket. The real issue here is not whether indoor takes away from outdoors, but rather that when you win indoors, people are going to expect even more of you once you get outdoors. Because right now in track and field, the Olympics are still all that most people care about. And in Noah Lyles' case, running indoors worked out well for him. But one thing is for certain, in the eyes of a casual track fan, notice I said that part. It really doesn't matter how fast you go indoors, because the only thing they're paying attention to is an event that we run outdoors once every 4 years, where if you are not in first place, as far as they're concerned, you might as well be in last, and that's that. In the sport of track and field, confidence is everything, because when you win, that is just the moment when everybody else finds out what you already knew to be true, that fast is a lifestyle. Get your Fast is a Lifestyle track and field gear at scarecruiting.com/shop, or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.